it's like a new wave.
Yeah.
It's a new thing. Who would think it? And sometimes television is not the big deal. I sort of feel that television will always be television.
Yeah.
But numbers aren't like they used to be.
No, I would say, live streaming and YouTube is kind of like the new age television for, younger people.
Donald Trump agrees. That's crazy.
I wanted to react to.
Okay.
So this is the fun stuff I want to react to.
Nuh-uh.
Let's get into the reaction.
We get some Donald Trump reactions
All right.
I
on
put you
Kick.
Truth. That
Really?
we're doing, yeah.
Thank you, man.
Truth is my voice.
Yeah.
And it's doing great.
Yeah.
Everybody should go.
Look
go
at
on
this.
Truth.
Yeah.
But I will say that I put you on.
Aiden Ross trying to be VP.
And the response was very cool.
I love it. Okay, so shout out to Nelk, but they kind of gave me this idea. I have 2 segments I want to do with you.
Okay.
The first one is use one word that comes to mind to describe that person. Okay, it's a fun game.
Fun.
Let's start. All right, who is the first picture? And we got the Nelk boys. One word.
Great.
I love that. Okay, great. Okay.
So
All
you're
right.
friends with them.
Yeah.
It's going to
Are
progress
they
here, right?
competitors of yours, though?
Not even, honestly.
Steve will do it.
Every time that I speak to Kyle or Steve,
Yeah,
it's just only
they're all
love.
great.
They're really, really
No,
good.
they're
gentlemen.
just great.
Yeah.
But in a way, you would be competitors, but you don't even.
They're more bigger on the YouTube side of things. I'm more
Right.
live, so it's a lot.
see.
It's a
I
different
see. So
world,
it's different,
but
yeah.
it's kind of like parallel.
Look at them. I mean, they're just great people. That was Dana
Just
White.
great
He said, you got
people.
to do them. I said, who are they? I didn't know. And after I did them, it was like an explosion.
All right, let's see what we got next here. We got
It's a lot of
me.
sus talk going on
Well,
here.
I can just tell you that one word would be outstanding. My sons told me about you, and they
Aiden
told me
Ross.
about how big
Outstanding.
Dad, my Baron.
Yeah,
He said, Dad, he's really big. I said, yeah, but what about else? He said, he's also a friend of mine, right?
yeah.
But big stuff, Aiden. So I just have to say outstanding to do what you've done at a young age. And I know how old you are. You're young. You're seriously young. My suit is older than you are.
How old your suit?
Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right, let's see who we got next. We got you.
Patriot.
Hey. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Got to do a podcast with Joe Rogan.
Interesting. He really is. He's an amazing guy. He's a very interesting guy.
See who we got next. Mr. White.
Oh, well, he's a fighter. I'll tell you, that guy, he fights. You wouldn't want to have him against you. A little bit true with all of these people that you're showing. There's a good one. Elon.
That's a good one.
Genius. Truly a genius. I see the rockets come down with the engines, and they're coming down. And the engines are landing without any.
And they just land on the ground and
no
everything.
wings, no nothing.
Reusable rockets, right? That's the future.
What is that? And I said, what was that all about? He says, well, we want to be able to save the engines, not that they go into the ocean and all. But he really is. He's a genius. He's also a very good person, Elon.
Let's see what we got next here. We got Kanye.
That's a great.
He's very complicated. Let's say complicated. Because he's a really nice guy, but he can get himself into trouble, and he can get some other people. But he's got a good heart. He does. But he's complicated.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh yes.
Fake, but in all fairness, look. But she knows it. She's got a thing going. It's a good thing. She's a good thing for her. But there's a certain something she's got. She's got a spark. That's pretty amazing, actually. She's got a good spark. So I'll change it. I'll say spark. She does have. She gets on. When she was running against a gentleman from Queens, and I asked his people, I said, are you careful? This guy was going to be Speaker of the House. It was going to be him, not Nancy Pelosi. And Joe, he is a good politician, a real pro, been around for a long time, many years in Congress. And I watched her on television one time. I saw a clip of her speaking, ranting, raving, going crazy. And I said, who's she running against?
Going
Running
crazy.
against Joe. I said, does he know what's going on? Oh, he's got no problem, sir. He's got no problem. I said, is he doing any debates? No, he doesn't have to bother with the debates. He's been there for years. I said, tell him I said that he should be careful. Because I saw her. And I said, she's Evita. I called her Evita. Maybe that's the best. Evita Peron, right? I said, she's Evita. She's in the streets screaming, shouting, going crazy, hugging people, hugging. Everybody's being hugged. I said, he better be careful. And she took him out. So, I give her credit. But she's got a lot of sizzle. Well, there's a
It's my guy right here, Xi Jinping.
powerful man. He's a powerful man. I know him very well. I know him probably better than anybody in this country knows him. And got to know him extremely well. We had a great relationship until COVID. COVID was a step too far. But we did very well with China. President Xi. We did very, very well with China. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars. No president took in 10 cents. I took in. And I exposed China. Look, I want China to
Expose China.
but they can't take advantage of us like they were doing for years.
Someone had fixed that
We
mic.
lose $500 billion a year in trade, all of that. But then COVID came in, and it really, I changed, but I will have a very good relationship with him. There's no going to war with him. He doesn't want to go to war. We're not going to go to war. And we had a very good relationship, actually. He was right in this room. He came to this country, and he stayed here for a number of days, as you remember. And we had incredible meetings, a very famous meeting in the dining room, actually. But he loves his
so they're
country,
at
and he's very
Mar-a-Lago.
strong and very powerful and very interesting. But he really does love his country, I can tell you that.
Let's see who we got next on this list.
He loves his country, but them people out there, they ain't doing too good, huh?
Adin, new scum. You spelled it. No, you spelled his last name.
He literally ruined
this guy.
California. Beautiful state. California is beautiful. He ruined it.
Not
And when
anymore.
you watch him, he's always saying, "Oh, we're doing so great."
Right,
We're not
right.
doing great. I mean, I have holdings in California, and I own a golf course.
Dude, I
right
lived
there.
out in California. That place is crazy, yeah.
Palos Verdes, so beautiful. It's a club. It's big, many acres, hundreds of acres, and it's fantastic. But California is so precious. One of the most beautiful places in the world in terms of weather,
For sure.
in terms of everything. And they're just destroying it with crime. The crime is out of control. It's
And the
a
homeless
dangerous
is just unreal.
place. And he, I think he's.
And the wildfires.
It's a shame because I like him. I got
And the
along
cost
with
of
him
living.
great. I helped him a lot with his fires. I kept saying, why don't you do something about the forest fires?
Yeah.
There's no reason to have that. There's no management. They have no management control over the forests. I said, you have to do
And the
things.
illegal.
But I got along with him great, but he has not done the job.
No.
Bars.
Got a few more. Let's see what we got next.
This guy.
He's turned very liberal, actually. They say he's the son of Fidel Castro.
He looks exactly
could be.
like Fidel
Anything's
Castro.
possible in this
If you
world,
do the
know?
comparison, allegedly they look like.
You've seen a lot already for your age. Per age, I would say. Per year spent, you've seen as much as anybody. But Justin Trudeau is, I got along with him very well, actually. But he seems to be going very progressive, and the people of Canada are not liking it. I mean, if they had a good conservative person, which maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. But somebody that's a strong conservative would win in Canada. Canada is very unhappy about the way they've been treated as people. But I got along with them well. Now, this man I really got along with well. We had
The Rocket Man.
the Rocket Man. We had
Yeah.
a red button. He said, I have a red button on my desk. And I said, no, I have a red button too. And mine's bigger than yours and mine worked. It was a really bad month and a half. He was very, very tough on President Obama, very tough on everybody. It's the hermit nation, and it really is. I mean, I said to him, do you know Elton John? No. I said, did you ever hear the song Rocket Man? And I actually played him the song Rocket Man. He said, no, I've never heard it. I said, you're Rocket Man. He said, no, you call me Little Rocket Man, not Rocket Man. But I tell you what, so we had a very nasty 2 months. People were actually worried about it because it could have been dangerous. But President Obama told me that this was the single biggest